Yo, what's going on, guys? Parker here, and I am back once again with another video. And today we got our top 3 early research NBA prize picks plays for the day. And before we get in this video, guys, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel down below, as I'm getting this content out to you guys the day before at nighttime because we got enough plays up. So subscribe down below if you're new. Give this video a big thumbs up, as I really would appreciate that, as that pushes this content out to more and more people and helps us out more than you guys will ever know. As well as joining the premium Discord with the link down below in the description. If you guys want more of my write-ups, more of my plays, and everything like that, it will get you a 3-day free trial, so you can test out the Discord, see if you like it and everything. It's a really great community. I post a lot of analysis on there, a lot of write-ups, my reasoning on why I'm playing everything, my exact pairings for everything. And it's I definitely think it's worth it, and it helps me out a ton, guys. And then lastly, follow me on Twitter as well. As the link is down below in the description. I do post free slips on there too, so you can get my free slips on there. I just won't have write-ups and everything like that on there, of course, because people are paying a membership for the write-ups and the analysis. And then lastly, forgot to mention, the sponsor of this video is Thrive Fantasy. Go ahead and hop on Thrive Fantasy and use code FF23 with the link in the description. Thrive Fantasy is a great daily sports betting website run by great people over there. I love betting on there. And something that most places do not offer, they will give you an 100% match on your first deposit up to $250, guys. Most people cut it off at $100, but Thrive matches your deposit up to $250 now. So go ahead and take advantage of that, guys. Use the code with the link in the description, FF23. Really helps me out a ton. And without further ado, let's get right into these plays for tomorrow. So first up, I got Spencer Dinwiddie, over 27.5 points plus assists versus the Timberwolves. Sorry. He's over with 40 last month versus the Timberwolves. He absolutely dominated that line last month. He's had 19-plus points in all 3 games versus the Timberwolves this season. This is even while he was on the Mavs, and he's obviously playing alongside Luka Doncic, and his usage rate has gone up drastically since he joined the Nets. He's over this in 4 of his last 7 games overall. I put versus the Timberwolves. That was an accident. 4 of his last 7 overall. 11-plus assists in 6 of his last 8 games. The Timberwolves allow the 4th most points per game to point guards in the entire NBA. And as long as Dinwiddie can shoot 40% or so, he should be able to cover. He's had some rough shooting games as of late. And as long as he bounces back with a good shooting game against a team that can't guard the point guard position at all, sorry, I can't talk, then Dinwiddie should cover this line. I really like the odds here for Dinwiddie. I definitely think he hits this. And I just think this line is simply too low for a player like him in this matchup. It's a really bad matchup for the Timberwolves. Dinwiddie should be able to feast a little bit and have a big game. So my first play of the day is Spencer Dinwiddie over 27.5 points plus assists. If it gets bumped to 28.5, I'd just take his points at 17.5. But that is my first play of the day. Next up, I got James Harden over 19.5 points versus the Celtics. Normally, I don't take Harden straight up points props. However, I really like this matchup here. Usually, I try to combine points, rebounds, PRA, or points assists with Harden. But I think this is too low and a really good matchup for him. He's over this in 16 straight games versus the Celtics. Obviously, some of those games were when James Harden was on the Rockets, and he was one of the best players in the NBA, if not the best scorer in the NBA. He's over this in all 3 games versus the Celtics this season on the Sixers, so that is huge for us here. The Celtics allow the 4th most points per game to point guards over the last 15 games. The Celtics defense has definitely been falling. They have not been good versus the point guard position. And that is mainly because a big way to beat the Celtics is jump shots, and Harden obviously scores a lot on jump shots, so that is huge for him in this matchup, and should be key in him scoring a lot. And it's a big game for playoff seeding. The Sixers can still fight for that 2 seed over the Celtics. The Celtics are still chasing the Bucks for that 1 seed as well. The Bucks have not wrapped it up yet. The Celtics have not wrapped up the 2 yet. So big game for playoff seeding still. Both teams should have all their players playing that are healthy, obviously. Nobody should be resting up. It's time for crunch time game here. Harden should play heavy minutes. I expect him to have a huge game tomorrow. And 19.5 is just simply too low. If you want to sprinkle, if you're on FanDuel or something and not PrizePicks, I wouldn't mind like a 25-plus performance from Harden, because the odds on that are probably really good. It's probably like plus 300 or something. And I wouldn't mind a bet like that if you wanted to, get creative with a custom bet. Next up, lastly, I got Rudy Gobert over 12.5 rebounds versus the Nets. I was thinking about doing his points rebounds. However, I just think his rebounds is a little bit safer. I'll probably throw his points rebounds as a slipper too as well. So definitely sprinkle that in too. But I just like his rebounds over 12.5 a little bit safer to be. He had 13 in his last matchup versus the Nets, so he covered, but he did barely cover. However, he's over this line with ease with 15 plus rebounds in 4 of his last 5 games overall. Since Cat's been back, Gobert rebounds have actually gone up. You might think that they wouldn't go up, but however, Cat is not a really rebounding big man whatsoever. He really lets that for Gobert because Cat's on the perimeter now, guarding power forwards. And as we know in today's league, power forwards don't usually look like Cat. A lot of times they're spacing the floor. Obviously, Cat spaces the floor, but spaces the floor with their speed and stuff as well. So a good matchup for Gobert to grab rebounds, as the Nets allow the most rebounds per game to centers over the last 15 games. They've been horrible versus allowing rebounds to centers pretty much since the trade deadline, and they got their whole new team, their new roster. So I really like Gobert to rebound the ball well tonight. 12.5 is just simply too low, and I expect him to have a big rebounding game. Wouldn't mind a custom bet here of like 15 plus rebounds from Gobert. I think that'd be a good bet as well. So those were my top 3 early research NBA PrizePicks plays for the day. Like I said, if you guys did enjoy this video, please consider subscribing to the channel down below as we're on the road to 3,000 subscribers, as well as giving this video a big thumbs up as that helps me out a ton. Join the premium Discord with the link down below in the description. Hop on Twitter, follow your boy. Hop over to Thrive Fantasy, use code FF23, and all that, guys, would really help me out a ton. I appreciate all of you. I love you all so much, and I'll see you all later in the next